And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Ready to go now? And now here is Jorge Mateo. And a foul ball. Missed with a changeup. Ball one. And that one hammered back there. And that is gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His 7th home run of the season. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Mountcastle measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
Marsh makes the grab, and there's one away. And here is Gunnar Henderson.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is downstairs.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Swings through that one for strike one.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him.
Oh, look at this. To his knee, the throw, and they get the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately, averaging more than a homer a day over the last 5 games. That's just incredible.
Stott over to first in time, and O'Neill is retired, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run of the solo shot and take the lead on to the bottom of the first. It's the Orioles 1 and the Phillies coming up. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Turner went deep in his most recent game. Right-hander kick steals, and that one fouled off.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Next offering is down low. On the ground. Fires to first on the run. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single. This is Bryson Stott.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Ball 1 there. And it's fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here is Bryce Harper, the top hitter in the National League entering the day. And that drops in for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that's a strike. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Late swing, foul to the left. Stop. The runner at third. Harper stands at second. No outs. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So digging in, Lawrence Butler. Strike 1.
0-1.
Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
tied up here in the early going. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And here comes Alec Bohm.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
First inning and already up to 23 pitches. And that one fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Just missed. Two on, 2 outs. Line to right, base hit. 1 runs in. He's in there.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. That's in there. And it's 0-1. Just missed. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Swinging a foul straight back. Man on second, 2 down. And that one misses up and in. Now 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Coming home. He's safe. It's 4-1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Misses off the plate, ball 1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's a ball and a strike.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward. Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
2 outs. Stays alive. pitch misses inside. The count now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. The 2-2. Just misses with that one. Out to short, Henderson. Zips it to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 4 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Philadelphia, all set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Adley Rutschman. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Comebacker to the mound. On to first, and a quick out, number 1. Here's Ramon Laureano, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. And first offering is fouled off. Just off the outside edge. One out, base is empty.
Ball 2.
And now it's 3-2. On the ground, right side, stop. The throw to first, 2 up, 2 down.
The third baseman, Jordan Westberg.
2 down, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westberg.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
And it's fouled away. Two outs, base is empty.
2-2.
Good eye right there. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit, takes outside.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
No, off the
Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else,
there. He's
I mean,
safe.
this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Westberg leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Foul ball. Two now, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Frank, 1.
And here's the first baseman, Frank Lunt. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. See you later. That's one way to quiet the crowd. And we're level. It's 4-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Hard hit, right side. Stott over to first in time. That ends the frame. So they get 3 and draw even. Down to the bottom of the second. And we are tied 4-4. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom half of inning number 2, and digging in for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. Wells back to work. Right through there for a strike. In the air, right side. Laureano sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
The batter number 7, shortstop.
So the lineup flips over. And now the shortstop, Trey Turner. Reached on an infield single his first time. That's in there. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Out to short. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
And the batter now, Bryson Stott. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Tied at 4. That one misses. And a count now of 2-0. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. This game's all tied at 4. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. He's 0 for 1.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
To second, that's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Foul ball there. Two outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there. Still all square at 4 apiece. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Just missed.
Phillies back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
A changeup missing, and it's 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And another ball. That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 3-1.
One strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Full count.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out swinging his first time. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, his 21st of the year, and they've rallied from 3 back It's 6-4. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. His first at bat was a strikeout. Just missed.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third.
He rides. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now it's Alec Bohm. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
The 1-0. That one in there across the letters. Out to short. Henderson over to first in time. And there are 2 down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. O'Neill makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 2 runs on 1 hit, the 2-run homer. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 6 and the O's 4. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Next offering is downstairs.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. On the ground to the left, Turner. Fires across the diamond. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Laureano comes up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Boog, I never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
Dribbled up the third baseline, and that's just foul. That one missed.
2-2.
Grounds one to short. And Laureano is retired.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. And first offering is fouled off. Westburg, a former All-Star, 26 years old. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10 games. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Phillies 6 and the O's 4. Back at Citizens Bank Park, here's the speedy catcher, JT Realmuto. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And ball one. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Tyler Wells won't go any further tonight, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Coming out for the Orioles, Andrew Kittredge.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Weston Wilson digs in now.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And a strike. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Mateo makes the grab, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 2. Tap foul at the plate. Man at second. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Going to count 1 and 2. And that skips into dirt. 1 out and a runner at second. Kittredge checks the runner. Real Muto back in there. This to third. Slings it across. And they get Turner for the out.
Now back, second baseman,
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
In there at the knees. And the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Man on second, 2 down. Got him swinging. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Phillies 6 and the O's 4. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Sanchez back to work. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
That clips the zone, and the count is 1-1.
No, that's a ball.
Just off the inside edge. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner at first with no outs here. Blunt went off for 2 homers in his last game. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and this game is tied. It's 6-6. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Jorge Mateo now. He's already homered in this game. That one catches the corner. To third, and that one handled. Zips it across.
He's out.
One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch misses. Action in the pen down there. Joe Ross getting loose out there. Romano also getting ready. One down, base is empty. Just missed. And that's in for a strike. 2-2. Swung on, belted. Marsh moving back. Off the batter's eye and gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 7-6. Singy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already thinking about the next one, and don't want to think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Christopher Sanchez is done, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Joe Ross.
And this is his 40th appearance of the season, so he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
Base is empty, one away, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Butler makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles.
2 down, base is empty. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one carrying. Got it. Bangs against the wall but holds on.
Oh, man. Amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
And we're back. Here's Harper now. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. The throw to second is offline.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Ground ball to the right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Schwarber out of the play.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Fall off foul. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2. One away with a runner at third.
Conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Next offering misses down and away. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. That helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Boom in the box now. Take strike one. Harper at third with two away. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Phillies strand one. They're right in it, though. It's 7-6. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strikes.
Just missed.
2-0 to count.
Just missed. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Ramon Laureano getting ready to hit. Laureano hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. There's the strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Wilson sizing this one up and makes the grab. And there's one down.
The bat, the third baseman, Jordan Westberg.
So up next, Jordan Westberg. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second, and that's 2. So they go quietly there. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Orioles 7 and the Phillies 6. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Yennier Cano.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So digging in, Brandon Marsh.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Henderson tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And now it is JT Realmuto. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Ground ball right side. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make the play when it's ripped like that.
One out, runner at second. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Weston Wilson. And fouled off. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's Trey Turner, 1 for 3. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
The 0-1. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. The shortstop takes the ball. That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
That's inside. Bryson Stott in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Man at second. Back to the mound. He's got it. Is out. Out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get. 7th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 7 and the Phillies 6. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Romano.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Well, one-run game. Colton Cowser now at the plate. That's out to center field. Marsh makes the grab, one down. Romano, a 6'5" righty, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Now a screamer into the outfield. And foul ball. That one ripped, but foul. Drilled out towards left center field. Back there. And that one is out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 8-6. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Here's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. And it's strike 2. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Outside low, and the count is 1-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 away now.
The bat, number 6, designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
So now here's the DH, Ryan Mountcastle. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
Mountcastle needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Orioles 8 and the Phillies 6. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Keegan Aiken.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the number 2 hitter, Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Stop. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held up. This one popped up. Blunt under it. One away.
The first baseman, number 3, 5.
And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Up the middle, Henderson. Tosses to first. Harper retired.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here comes Schwartz to the plate. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Henderson makes the catch, inning over. Offense held in check there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 8 and the Phillies 6. Back here in Philadelphia, we're at the top of the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Romano back to work, and that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jose Alvarado appears to be getting loose. Banks getting loose as well. And the 0-1. Nice grab onto the pitcher, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1. One down, base is empty. And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In for a strike. Good slider. That one misses. Full count now.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down here at the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next
Ball
pitch
one.
is downstairs.
1-2.
Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's in the dirt.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Struck him out looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They lead at 8-6. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Lawrence Butler. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Phils putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers paint a pretty clear picture. The offense likes playing with fire today. 7 of their hits have come off of fastballs, so that tells me their timing is pretty locked in right now.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Boom stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1.
So with that fastball approach in mind, it'll be interesting to see if we see any adjustments in terms of the pitch calling. And clearly there's been a need to mix it up a little bit more than they have.
Swinging a foul out of play. Next pitch just misses. And the count is 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and there's 2 away.
Center fielder, number 16.
And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Keegan Aiken departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Now on the bump, Ryan Baker.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Here's JT Realmuto. just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. On the ground to third. Westberg whips it to first. Inning over. Nice work from the Baltimore pen there. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Orioles 8 and the Phillies 6. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Orion Kerkering.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ramon Laureano digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one.
Laureano.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Andrew Painter preparing to come on if needed. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Jordan Westberg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Kerkering is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom, at the top, on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Lifted in the air, right field. Butler. That's out number 2.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
One, two.
And now it's even up. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Orioles 8 and the Phillies 6. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Gregory Soto.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And a foul ball. next offering is in for a strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
The other way, and that's just foul. Down and in, moved his feet. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh-no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time, it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Turner in the box now, takes strike one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
That one inside, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. High in the air, out to right. Laureano settles underneath it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman,
He's 2 outs away. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And delivers outside.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Fouled off. He was late. In there at the knees.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
On the ground, right side. Mateo. There's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Blunt really stood out in this win. 3 homers in this one. Just amazing.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
This
Frank Blunt went yard 3 times last game. With that elite power, you won't want to miss this one today. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming your way next. Ready to go now, and here is Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
Fought off foul. Base knock right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
The 1-0. Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
2 balls.
Runner at first with no outs here. Step off throw to first.
Hey!
Mullins back in on a dive. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And it remains 2-2. Right side. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Henderson now at the plate. Foul ball there. Mullins leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Not close with that
strikes.
one. And the count 1-2. A little bit low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Squeezes it. 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Jordan Westberg in now, takes ball one off the plate. Man at second.
Outside. That's a ball.
That one misses. And now 3-0. Colton Cowser next to bat for Baltimore. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. O'Neill flies around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. The pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Colton Cowser will hit next.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs. Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
2 outs.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
First inning going a bit long, 23 pitches to this point. And that's outside. In the dirt, full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Ground ball right side. Stop. On to first. And that is that. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Orioles 2 and the Phillies coming up. And here is Bryson Stott. Suarez goes 6 feet 3 inches, 35 years old, and he was born in Venezuela.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Can't field it cleanly. And he'll be safe at first. So a man at first. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Westberg. Off balance beat. There's 1. And that's all they'll get.
That is good. That's shortstop.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Trey Turner at the plate.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
In there, and it's 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at first, 1 away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And safe. It's a stolen base. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Ball, that's in.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
2 outs. And 1 in scoring position. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Orioles 2 and the Phillies nothing. And we're back. Here's Adley Rutschman. Suarez back to work. That clips the corner. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-2.
Off the mark there. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Marchand collects, fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
That one ripped. It's a bomb. He sends it out of here. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 3-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Jorge Mateo, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Next pitch is outside. Suarez, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. And now 2 gone.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Mullins in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Just missed. On the ground. And that's just foul. Two down, nobody on.
2-2.
He goes down looking. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Bottom of the second. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. And first offering is fouled off. There's the strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's in there.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
In the air, left field. O'Neill sizes this one up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting seven, the left fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Now batting Max Kepler. Didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. Fastball for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
2 outs, base is empty. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Just missed. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing here this half. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. just missed.
That's the ball.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Just off the inside edge.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Boom. Throws on to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now that's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. Ground ball up the middle. The throw to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Right through there for a strike.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
And now the lefty. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Pitch in the dirt. Yeah, that's ball 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. That one hit to right.
Got it.
Hauls it in for the out. Now, Rafael Marchand. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 down, nobody on.
2-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to inning number 4. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
From the mud, I'm talking about the slums from a city where it's wicked. Most people scared to come, scared to box. They're running, get the from the area. Was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's division, everybody in competition on the same mission. So why they dish? Don't nobody play positions. The hand I was dealt.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Fires over to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Showing us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand, but what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets, and it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
That one fouled off. Ground ball to Bohm. Bohm throws on to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
The catcher, number 35, Adley-Rutschman.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Adley-Rutschman. He's 0 for 1. Rutschman, an all-star a season ago, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. In there for strike 1. Well, it was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. Just missed. That one hammered center field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. 3 up, 3 down that time. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Brandon Marsh.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember, Roy Halladay did it back in 2010, and the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
That one misses, and that's ball one.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And that's outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Here's Trey Turner. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The Phillies trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Kyle Schwarber, the next to hit, went down on strikes his first time through. Just missed.
Down. Ball.
Throw over to first.
No, he's safe.
Turner, the base runner at first with 1 out. The next offering misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees.
2-2.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. Back-to-back singles. The relay throw. The tag out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Got him swinging. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. So it's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Catapult to the top since 9-8, had the baddest flow, look and watch. I done seen everybody through their eras. Def Jam, Death Row, Bad Boy, Rockefeller.
Suarez back to work. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Mateo in the box now. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 missed inside with the curve. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Joe Ross, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Banks getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
This one in the air. Turner makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. In the dirt. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
In the air, left field, down the line, and no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. Next pitch is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Ranger Suarez is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Joe Ross.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just 1 shy of that milestone.
And there's the strike.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Fouled off. He was late.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Gunnar Henderson digs in now and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, 2 outs. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. That's out number 3. Orioles strand a couple, but they lead at 3-0.
Let me start by saying, which one of y'all are ready to put in that work? Yeah, buddy, stop playing. You ain't ever been able to put a bit of your effort in that hurt. I'm ready, I'm waiting. Just a minute.
Bottom of the inning. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a leadoff double in the 5th.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the left fielder, Max Kepler. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, these Phillies,
balls,
as
one
this
strike.
game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Got him swinging. Weston Wilson stands in for the Phillies. He's 0 for 1. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Back up the, oh, that got him. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies. And that drops in for a strike. Castellanos at third. Wilson over at first with one away. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Runners at the corners, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Two on, one out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Stop. In the box now. Take strike one. Next pitch is outside. And that is out of play. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the catch gliding onto the warning track.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So digging in, Jordan Westburg.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
One down, base is empty.
No, that's out.
Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 out.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Kowser in the box again, takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hard hit left side. Turner with the throw to first. 3rd out. So they make short work of him there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Orioles 3 and the Phillies nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh.
Going, yeah, we in go mode.
And that one pulled foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Good job to fight that one off. Marsh tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Always we know.
Here's Turner now. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The 0-1.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he grounds one to the right side. And it goes just foul.
That's the ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Albert Suarez departs, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. Coming on for the Orioles, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber, first-round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. And it's fouled away. Nice grab. The throw, and they get the out.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Jordan Romano.
And he's had a tough go of it against left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Adley Rutschman getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Romano, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a two-seamer. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. And the way they roll, just lovers intertwined with no place to go. And so they kick, push, kick, push, kick, push.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
One down. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. And a bunt towards third.
Foul.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Mullins at the plate and takes high there. The next pitch misses, and the count now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
2-1.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first in time, and they get Mullins for the out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Orioles 4 and the Phillies 0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Cionel Perez.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. Up and in, ball 1. And that drops in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And that is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one on to close the gap. It's 4-1.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that. I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
Castellanos at the plate now as he chases after that one. And there's a foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missing there. And to count 1-2.
1-2.
And misses inside. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. O'Neill whips it back in. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Max Kepler at the plate. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Runner at second, nobody out.
Hey, 1-1.
Tosses to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Next to hit, Weston Wilson. 1 for 2. And there's a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Ground ball right side. And there are 2 outs.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Cionel Perez won't go any further tonight, and he leaves a runner at third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Keegan Aiken.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's the Phillies catcher, Rafael Marchand, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Splits the plate. That's strike one.
Got no problem with that take. First pitch from a reliever you haven't seen for a while. You want to make sure that you can pick up the release point.
Castellanos on third with 2 out. That one misses, and that's ball one. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Mullins pulls it down, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Orioles 4 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tanner Banks.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So now here's the DH, Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Way outside, and that is ball one. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike, and a count 1-2. This to third, sends it across to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen. Orion Kirkering, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Just off the inside edge. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
O'Neill stands in now and watches strike one. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's off the inside edge. And the count even 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. But they lead it 4-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brian Baker. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. This is Bryson Stott, 1 for 3. The Phillies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
First pitch, and it just misses.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. That's in there. Now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
And the batter now, Brandon Marsh. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Lifted in the air, out to left. O'Neill makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
The batter number 7. Shortstop.
2 down, bases empty. Trey Turner will hit next. That's off the inside corner. 1-0.
1-0.
Out to short. Henderson over to first in time. And that is the inning. Nothing across here this half. Through 8 full, it's the Orioles 4 and the Phillies 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Orion Kerkering.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Jordan Westberg now at the plate. That one ripped but foul. Kerkering is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And a big swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Andrew Painter, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Next offering is in the dirt.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Corrals it. And there's one down. And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. Next offering is in for a strike.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And next for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall, but foul. And the 0-2. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Towards first, Wilson. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing this time around for the O's as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Gregory Soto.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Ball 1 there. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-1.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And a superb diving catch.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
He's 2 outs away. And digging in for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
The Orioles leading by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. On the ground to the left. And a foul ball. And that's downstairs. 1-2 to count.
1-2.
That's inside.
2-2.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Good eye right there.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Soto makes the grab. And there are 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. And that's in there for strike 1.
Check swing, called strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
Soto is just one strike away. Swing and a bouncer. On to first. Ball game. And the Orioles take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lunt had a great showing in the win. Collected 3 hits, including 2 home runs.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
My body's bigger than my growl, I'm proud. A lion is on the prowl, my pain, I'm hiding it in my smile. And lately my faith, I've been finding it in the clouds. And don't tell me wait, cause all's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like yeah. Nazareth, I'm up, homie, you up, but if God got us, then we alright.